Welcome to the August garden tour. In this video I wanted to share with you guys actually some of the things that I've been utilizing with the food that I've harvested. There really hasn't been any big changes to the way that the garden looks right now or how anything is growing. So instead of walking you through every single plant and discussing what I have planted and all of that, you've seen that in earlier garden videos. In this one I thought I would share what I've been doing with some of the harvest. A lot of us grow a lot of similar things, zucchini, maybe eggplant, tomatoes of course, and we've learned how to grow those things in our own backyard gardens, and sometimes we get a little tired of constantly coming up with sauteed zucchini on the side, right? So I thought I would share a way that I've been utilizing my harvest of some of these redundant type of vegetables in the kitchen, and what I've been doing this last August to use my fresh vegetables. Hope you enjoy this. Also, zucchini pizza. I found that I've really enjoyed making homemade pizza and putting a variety of garden type toppings on them. And I've had an abundance of green beans from the garden. I've grown bush beans and pole beans. And so one of the things that I've done with them is canned green beans. These are dilled green beans, so they're like a pickled green bean. I've done a lot of those, and then I also vacuum sealed a bunch of fresh green beans for the freezer. I have 3 very abundant pear trees, and so with some of the harvest from that, I actually canned up some pear chutney. And I'm really curious to try this on pork chops and some other things this fall, but that was a way that I utilized the abundance of pears. I've also been growing tromboncini squash, so it's actually, as you can see, very, very large, and I get multiple servings from it. This has been a really exciting plant to grow. I've really enjoyed it. I've learned that it's actually in Italian squash historically, and it's great because you get so much from it. So I've also dehydrated 2 different types of basil that I just keep in a jar and can throw in a bunch of different meals. This wasn't the first tomato that was ripened this year. This one was just a really pretty one. This actually ended up turning into a tomato jam. I've included a handful of tomatoes from the garden, including some of the small ground cherries. They're kind of like a tomato. I found that I don't like to eat them just like cherry tomatoes. I actually grew these for my boyfriend, but these are going to become a small batch marinara. One of the other things that I've done with the tromboncini squash is make ratatouille, and for that I utilized fresh tomatoes, basil, eggplant, sweet peppers. As you can see here, here's a small harvest of the sweet peppers and eggplants that I used for the ratatouille. And I include Italian sausage in it. I really enjoy it in that way. I've really enjoyed it. I've made it 2 different times already this season, and I'm sure that I'll be making it more. Zucchini bread is another way that I've utilized some of the abundance of squash. This version is with chocolate chips inside. I've done this a couple of times. And then more recently I've just tried a cheesy zucchini bread that has basil, some of my dried basil in it, and so both ways are a really great way to utilize this. Thanks again for watching the August garden video. I hope that this was inspiring for you, and I look forward to sharing with you what's happening in the garden in September. If you enjoy these videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other garden or horse type videos. See you in the next one.